Okay, so here we are again, modifying this landing. We're trying to move that wall over about 30 inches, and the landing wouldn't be quite big enough if we just left it the way it was. We're going to extend it to about 7 feet from where it is now, and remove those stairs and put them down on the other side. We've done this before. If you see, when we bought the place, the landing was on an angle. Very dangerous. My husband took the angle apart, and it was not built very well. There's shims in there that was really not much to step on. And they used thin set to level it off. It was a real mess. Plus the gas line comes up through there, and of course the cats like to come to help. It's always exciting they come to help. GJ had redone the whole thing. As you can see on the right, there are some wine bottle holders or something in there. I'm not really sure what those were. Okay, so here we are so far. It's kind of the end of the day, but I think my husband's going to continue destroying these steps here to finish off the destruction part. So to better explain what we're doing, because that wall needs to move that way another couple of feet, it would severely impact where, as you can see, where the walkway used to end. If you move the wall over 2 more feet, you would have no room to walk. Like, it'd be too narrow. So he took down the little wall that started there and went to there. And actually on the family room side it was a bookshelf. On this side it was just flat, and then we had this shelf we keep shoes on against it. And he's opened up the panel. Lo and behold, yet another hidden junction box that was hidden behind the trim. So one thing, we had redone these stairs before, I guess when they originally made the house. So you would come in the back door, and you would walk down 1 step to a platform, and then you'd walk up 1 step to here. That was pretty dumb. So then they had taken it and they put it on an angle. They put 1 angle step there. So we had a couple times the kids were backing up, fell over the angle, and actually we never had anyone fall off. There was never a railing there, but they would fall on the angle and on the rest of the platform. So a long time ago my husband took the angle out and made it 1 full step. So now he's taking that apart again. And one thing is, there's a gas line there that goes outside to our barbecue. Now, we put a gas line in here for our stove, but then when we decided we'd actually move that wall over. So a couple issues with the gas, like what we encountered here, is that this is actually a foundation wall. That's the old part of the house. This is why the gas line sticks out that far, because that is actually on the foundation wall. So we couldn't get the gas right against the wall, and then he just boxed it in so the dishwasher, wouldn't hurt the hose. So this one for the barbecue comes out of this foundation wall. This used to be the garage, and then it goes around into that foundation wall, because that, again, is a foundation wall. That is what the extension's built on. That's a crawl space. This is a full basement. So it's actually handy to have at least the hole through the 2 foundations. So I don't know if he's going to just pull this one back, or, well, we'll have to get a gas fitter to come do this. And then just use that gas line for the stove, because the stove will now be on this side over top of the crawl space instead of over here. We're going to pull that gas line back down, and we might, I don't know, just leave it down in the basement as an option for something else later on. Or, who knows, we may end up with a gas barbecue in a different part of the house on the outside in the future. Right now we don't use a gas barbecue because that gas line goes into our, what we're calling the mudroom, right outside there. It's just right to there, so we can't have a barbecue in that spot because it's enclosed. So we just have a regular barbecue that runs on propane. But, we could reuse this gas line because we eventually want to have a door here where the old fireplace was, out to our side yard. We had planned to put it there where the wood stove is, which you can't see very well. But the wood stove could only go there. That's why we could put the wood stove there where the brick and everything was. It just wasn't going to work. So that was the old gas stove, so we haven't removed that yet. We haven't removed the brick yet, so I thought a door there that goes out to the side yard, and it's fenced in, which is good for Annika to run back and forth and play and still be safe. So we might be able to reuse this gas line, traveled in the foundation out to the other end to put a barbecue out in the side yard there. So that could be a plan. So this foundation, this platform he's building, I should say, is going to extend to that column that's 8 feet and across 4 feet, and then back here, which puts him a little bit wider than where it is now. It kind of puts him just to where the board ends right there. That's 4 feet. So that's a little bit wider than we had now because there was a step here. So that's good because I want to move this wall, not just that way, but this way a couple of feet. So we'd still end up with a 4-foot opening here, I think, or I can't remember, 4 or 3. I think this is 5. I think we still say we'd have a 4-foot opening this way, which would pretty much be, you know, in alignment with where this platform is going to be. Like, it's only moving over a few inches just to give us a bit more space for each side of where the stove will be when the stove is in this position, but, you know, just a couple feet that way. Because my goal, once we get this place organized enough to do that, would be to, I can't really see very well cutting boards here, but right behind the microwave, there's an angle. You see the angle starts here and here. That's the stack. And I want to square that off so that when I put a cupboard here, the cupboard ends being square and not a corner cupboard. So when this wall kind of gets squared off, depending on how we can, or what we can do with that stack, I might be able to move it over a bit or whatever. So that's where the new end is going to be, somewhere probably close to where this cupboard comes out. That'll be the new end wall, but only here in this 24-inch deep section. So where the cupboard is right now. And then this wall will be cut here and go that way 2 feet, so that this wall has no corner cupboard, and neither does this one. This will go out straight, and it'll have a little cupboard, and then it'll have the stove, and then it'll have another little cupboard at the end of the stove. So, yeah, that's the goal. And my coffee and other stuff will be moved, so that's no problem. So, yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Okay, day 2 of deconstruction. So the stairs are completely gone now. They're over there. All the materials that are needed for this platform are there.
Level.
Don't try this at home. Well, maybe it's your own home. And you have to have one of these mega levels to do it.
I don't use it often, but when I need it, it is darn handy to have.
It's the railing. He's trying to get up 36 inches and make it level. There's a concept in this house.
34 and a half.
Oh yeah, because the top cap one's going on. Yeah.
And then this is going to come up 5/8, so the one, whatever the cap is that's going to be on top, is going to be 36 within 1/8. So.
Yeah.
And that's close enough.
One day I'll have a floor bag.
Getting close.
You have the stringers I see are up there.
Yes, I have that one screwed in.
You only
Those
see
are
one.
lined up, and I wanted to make sure I have the hangers here.
Yeah, I
I know where they're
saw
gonna
the
go.
hanger there.
Yeah. So this one is okay because it's going to be sitting next to this one.
Yeah.
This one is going to be sitting right in front of it, so I have to screw this one in first before I can put that one.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So I had to make sure that that was going to be properly lined up. I'm going to put blocks in between here as well, just to make sure it has no rigidity going back and forth. So if you lean on this, right now there's only one screw in it.
Yeah.
If you lean on this, it's going to stay where it is.
Right.
So, as usual, everything is over-engineered.
And this will be Harry Potter's room, I think, under the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yes. Yeah. Closet under the stairs.
The closet under the stairs. Yeah.
Natural light is better to work with.
Yeah, natural. There we go. Platform is coming along.
Shorter than it was.
A little shorter than we anticipated. We thought it would go right to the very corner, but if you look up, look way up, that comes down and the height isn't quite enough. So we had to step it back a bit. Had to step that back a bit so when you take your first step off, your forehead isn't hitting that. So, DJ's just trimming off what the skill saw left behind on the stringer and ready to install.